of the year. 1990 was 1993 yet? No, 92. It was 92, and pretty much 30 years later, don't matter. We all just watched Bye Bye Barry or whatever. But 9-3 Lions, they are at their absolute best. They've played to their expectations this year, which is absolutely incredible. Then you got this Bears team that's 4-8. And you know what? I called it out last week. I said, you guys can say whatever you want about the Bears, but they've won 3 games on national television. They won twice on Thursday Night Football, and they won on Monday Night Football as well too. And so, pretty much, that might be able to save the coach's job, but not the offensive coordinator's job, because we see what the biggest problem is. It's the offensive coordinator. You're running 62 screens a game, and you're not using Justin Fields properly. It's just not. No, you're running an RPO offense with a guy that can actually run a pro offense. And that's where you're really messing up at. I think the greatest example of Justin Fields' talent level was when we watched them on national television versus the Commanders. And he put on the full slate, the full arsenal, and he looked great doing it. And you know what? The Bears had this look in their eyes last week that they know that they right now they could possibly be 5-7 and still be in contention to snatch that final playoff spot. Technically, they're not out the playoffs yet, and they do have a lot of games that they can be 50-50 in. The Bears are recognizing how that they do have some talent over here, and their coach has done better over the last few weeks as well too. It's just a bad offensive coordinator at the end of the day. Now you got this Lions team. Lions are playing great, but I think the Lions got a little exposed though, Jeff. To be honest with you, I think they got a little exposed in that Chargers game. To be exact. And Jared Goff is awesome. Jared Goff is playing lights out football. He's looking just like the guy in 2018 that I absolutely adored and saw playing the greatest Monday Night Football game of all time. And I would argue with anybody and say he was a top 5 quarterback that night or a top 3 quarterback that night because he was that damn good, Jeff. So it's good to see the number 1 pick in the draft from a decade ago really be able to cash in on that ticket. And you know what? The Lions have really embraced that situation, and that's why they're 9-3 right now. Because at the end of the day, Jared Goff's a winner. Okay, it don't matter what you internet sitting down on the couch ass people have to say. The boy is a winner. He was the number 1 pick in the draft for a reason. He was an ice cold quarterback when he was in college. We all loved watching Jared Goff play those sorry ass games with Cal. So it is what it is. You know what? At the end of the day, he's leading this team in the right direction. Okay, this guy's played in the Super Bowl before. You can't ask for nothing less than that. But when it comes down to this game, I don't know, man. I just like the Bears so much more in this spot. I feel like the Bears really, really left a golden opportunity on the table to beat the Lions and put themselves in a better position. They got the opportunity to get themselves back there and stop thinking about tanking. Justin Fields is not a loser. He don't want to tank. The DJ Moore, he doesn't want to tank either, Jeff. I know that everybody has these dreams of bringing all these unproven quarterbacks to all these to these teams that are never great with quarterbacks, but at the end of the day, just let the season end because the season's not over yet. And you know what? The Bears can really make something of themselves this year, and I truly think they can. But I'm not going to take them to. I think the best insurance, the best play, is going to be this. We'll play the +3, but I know I'm going to pick them to win the game as well too. But I'd rather have the insurance here for us. So, what are your thoughts, and where are you going with this?
A Lions team that woke up in a quick 21-0 lead, I think, this past weekend. I know they got out early. Well, the Saints came all the way back, and then they stiff-armed them. Lions were ready. Well, they're going to have to be ready in Soldier Field. My number was 3.5 with a 44. Now 3.5 for the 40. So a lot of money coming in on the under here. You talked about OC at Chicago and potentially new one next year, and whose name popped up today on social media, but Eric Bieniemy. Again, the thought of Riverboat Ron. And I love someone last week. It's not Riverboat Ron anymore. It's Tugboat Ron. And the fact of him leaving and, potentially a Belichick coming in and bringing his own crew, whatever. But I think this will be a competitive game. I think you're going to see more. It's a divisional game. Give me the home dog here. We bought the hook. We get the Bears to 3.5. Listen, I wouldn't be shocked if the Bears won outright. I wouldn't be shocked if the Lions won by double digits. Again, the offensive line for the Bears will have to slow down Aiden Hutchinson. They will have to win the turnover battle, get Herbert and Roshan Johnson more into the game. DJ Moore, the bubble screen here and there is great, but get him downfield. Maybe send Darnell Mooney to the mailbox once or twice. Get Cole Kmet acclimated as well. But close game. If the Lions win, that's your 20-17 game. That's what they're telling us, 23-20. But I put the Lions on upset alert. Give me the Bears plus 3.5.
All right. We move forward. Let's go ahead and jump into our final game before our first break. And this is going to be the Colts 7-5, the Bengals